at least maybe we're live. I don't know. Howdy, y'all. Are we on? Is this thing on? I hope it's on. I'm gonna be quick about this, as quick as I can. Probably still not quick enough. This song will probably end before I get done doing what I gotta do. I apologize if it does. Or not. In honor of Eddie Van Halen, one of his greatest. Yeehaw! This song. We'll just go on with a little bit of the next song. Why not? Alright, I got a person in. I'm going to quit that. Enough of that. Anybody who goes back and watches this live is going to see my favorite Van Halen song, and probably the whole reason why Eddie Van Halen is considered one of the greatest guitar players of his time. It is what it is. Playing it dangerously? Nah. What are they gonna do? Cancel me out after my show? This is a lounge act. Two in. Hey, howdy. How we doing? How's it going, Mike? Appreciate you showing up early. Good Lord. Crazy things. You didn't have to show up. Hell, I'm even 2 minutes early. Is what it is. Mike, as normal, just let me know about when you are ready to kick your show off, and I'll start watching your channel from the tablet right here. Well, with one eye anyways. Luckily I can sort of do that. Kind of hurts. Right, you're never ready. Oh my God. Okay. So, I said it would be a yabo. I'm not waiting around for everybody to show up for it. Box is sealed still on both sides. I'm gonna voodoo this and say it's tobacco that I ordered. Why did I order tobacco? Well, because I like to smoke. I'm never going to be monetized, so I don't care if they come back and later tell me that I can't be monetized because I say tobacco and I mention cigars and pipes and all of that way too much. It's what I do. If you're asking for politically correct, go watch the presidential or vice presidential debates. I'm not that guy. So what are we trying this time? Okay, that should say Sutliff, Balkan, Sobrani, Original Mix Match. Yes, I buy it by the pound. Because if I think I'm going to like it, I want plenty of it. Cheeseburger! Congratulations on winning the other day. I saw that y'all got together with Irish Beard Piper. Oh man, I forgot the name. For anybody who did not see this, I did a Voodoo After Dark early this week, which was literally, I was looking for Cheeseburger 79. Because Cheeseburger 79 won a GAW, and then because he lives out there in Australia, just packing it back in the box. Because he lives out in Australia, he didn't know that he won, and nobody really knew how to get in touch with him. And I caught a Boris the Piper. I learned Finnish today. And I've already forgotten it. I learned it just so that I could say good evening or good morning to Boris the Piper. Yeah. I'm sorry, Boris. I'm a terrible host. Absolutely horrible. So anyways, Cheeseburger won something, but it kind of fell on me to go find him and say, hey, go get back in touch with this guy. Because you won. So I'm going to show y'all something. This, in case y'all have been hearing me talk about it, is the Cohiba Silencio. Right. Which was Huva Ilta. And I tried to learn good morning because I know it's morning where you're at right now. And it's the same, the Huva. But I forgot how to pronounce it. And I know if you spell it, I'm going to get it wrong because it's not pronounced specifically like it would be spelled. Which is okay because it's pronounced the way it should be for Finland, not for America. Just because I'm American doesn't mean I gotta be American. So I'm keeping my cigars in a little travel humidor, because I don't keep very many at a time. Right now, other than the Cohiba, which no, I'm not smoking today. Ugh, that is way too, that is special occasion smoking. I'm saving it for when my son gets home from overseas. He's in the Air Force right now. And I got a bottle of bourbon that was purchased right about the same time he left. Those two things are getting open when he gets home. So I think I'm going to let Mike choose on whether I'm going to have my old classic Black Market or if I'm going to be having my Perdomo Texas edition to open up for him this evening. Why would I give it to Mike? Oh, I don't know. Because I'm going to smoke it. I might as well just let him choose. I would smoke all three of them, honestly. But, you can suggest any cigar, Mike. I don't know if I've had those. I've only got 3. At least I've only got 3 out here with me. And no, I'm not smoking the Silencio. It's not happening. Nope. But I did want y'all to see what you basically should be looking for. It's a chrome looking O with a red dot in the middle, and right under that it'll say Silencio. Best Cohiba ever. And I've had all of them, including the Cubans. Some will tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. You can buy every Cohiba. Have you tried Cohiba Esplendido? You know what? I might not have had every Cohiba. Esplendido. I don't believe I have. Kirk Maxon. Howdy, Kirk. How you doing? Big Churchill from Cuba. Okay, I have had that cigar. I did not have the band to be able to know exactly what it was. But the damn thing's like 11 inches long or something like that. Okay, Mike's got himself a call. The Cohiba that Mike's telling me about, it is blended like the Bahique, and now regular Churchills are about 7 inches long. If I remember correctly, the one he's talking about is the one that's about 11 inches long. It's ridiculous. Happiness is found not in what we have, but what we enjoy. I'll accept that. That sounds like a good model for today's show. Okay, well, Briar Blues being stuck on a call, I'm going to pass Briar Blues' option to pick my cigar for the day. That's right. I will agree with you there, Boris. They are good, they are big, and they are damn expensive. When you're overseas, you can get such things. I have been overseas, it's one of those things that there's some fond memories and there's some bad memories. Mostly fond. I lived. I'm going to say Boris the Piper. Oh, wait. No. That's Phil. Phil from Briar Report. Phil from Briar Report says he has switched to Lanceros and loving it. And my statement is he smokes with a dry palate. So Yardism. I'm smoking one of these today and one of these tomorrow. Which one am I smoking on your or before your show tomorrow? The Texas edition Perdomo or the Black Market Alec Bradley? I gave Mike first pick, but he ended up with a phone call and I'm ready to smoke. I will suggest Phil, two of my favorite. Go for the Texas today. Okay, I will. All right. So here's the deal. For Phil. Phil smokes with a dry palate. So what I'm going to suggest to him is not for everybody, but if you do have the tendency to look into and purchase some Lanceros, the Skinny Monster line from Tatuaje, which normally comes out right about here this time of year, is actually, it has been an exceptional cigar the last several years. They are called Skinny Monsters. They are Lanceros. I get one every year, at least when I can find them. They might have discontinued them. My favorite were the darker ones, but there are plenty of lighter skinned cigars. This would be considered a natural cigar. Yes, I knife cut my cigars. There's something about pulling off the cellophane on a cigar and giving that first sniff, and you smell that big, huge humidor where it had to have aged. There's no smell like it on earth, and I've always loved it. Learned that your B&M got sold. Oh my God. So, sold as in like gone? Okay, Boris, I'm going to take it that you smoke with a wet palate. If you do smoke with a wet palate, Lanceros will always have draw issues for you. The one thing I've been able to find is that if you're going to smoke a Lancero, smoke it like you're giving your sister a kiss on the cheek. Just put your lips just to it. Don't kiss it like it would be, you know, Marilyn Monroe and you only got this one kiss and you better make sure she remembers it. That's going to help out on Lanceros. Really? So, you're saying Famous Smoke Shop has the Skinny Monsters? I'm hoping they do. I mean, And congratulations, definitely, to the Briar Report on acquiring another sponsor. Famous Smoke Shop, I've always liked their stuff. 4 boxes left in stock. Nice. Anyways, gentlemen, if y'all are really into a good Lancero, I suggest highly that you go look into those. And as far as, well, that just ruined everything, yes. But if you smoke with a wet palate and you try smoking a Lancero, like a 60 ring gauge, it's going to ruin the cigar anyways, so you might as well just... Well, that was more graphic than I needed to hear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to be graphic. I meant for it to be accurate. If you see one of the prettiest women you've ever seen before in your life, and you give her a kiss on the cheek, she will not remember you tomorrow. But you kiss her so that she's been kissed like nothing ever before, she's going to remember you the rest of her life. It's how I kind of met my wife, just saying. Okay. Oh, you mean Cubans? Yeah. With Cubans, I do not suggest going any smaller than a 50 ring gauge. Lanceros tend to be below 48 ring gauge. And I don't know if it's something about because they're used to rolling a quite honestly, they roll Rothschilds, Robustos, and Toros, and then a Toro that's extra long is a Churchill. That's what they realistically roll. They do not do well with tighter or with larger ring gauges. That has been my experience. Maybe somebody else has had better experiences with smaller ring gauges how about ugly ones? Chad, you're on your own with that. Luckily, my mom was considered a pretty woman. I only kissed her on the cheek. My sister is considered a pretty woman. I've only ever kissed her on the cheek. I've been married twice. My first wife is so damn pretty that she got married 7 more times. Of course, she's also more evil than Satan, but that's a different story. Oh, she'll remember me long enough to fill out the police report. Well, if you look like me, of course you're going to get the police report. But you might as well make sure she remembers it. Uh-oh. Yardism knows what his intro song will be tomorrow. But do you know what my intro song to your intro, to be the intro show for you, will be tomorrow? Texas Edition Perdomo. Introspective. I know. Jeez. You mention it one time, it grows a life of its own. No, there's no ladies here. I'm not licking my eyebrows. Throw the same licks that I started my show with. You'll be remembered forever. I started my show today with Eruption. Well, it says it's Van Halen, except for one quick little drum beat right at the beginning. It's all Eddie. If you're looking for beer, you'll have to wait about an hour and watch Mike's show. He normally has a beer. No whiners. And no minors. So I'm really kind of liking this once a week email newsletter that shows up. It has all the Briar Report stuff on it. You said Anthony played a few. I'll take your word for it. Mike's on a keto kick, no beer. Yeah, I'd make that face too. Tequila? Rum? All right, okay. Now we're talking. Well, I try to keep my show interesting. I want to call him the Triple T because the Tunnel Take. I know that's not your name, and I'm bad with names. No rum? Okay, if you don't have rum, I understand. But, Greg, I'm going to try to remember. I seriously am going to try to remember. So I caught Eddie Gray's show today. Rum is sugar. Sugar alcohol. You get good pure rum, like good pure vodka, and you should be okay. But hey, if you got tequila and that'll work, that works too. So as I was saying, I caught Eddie Gray's show today, and he's wanting to jump in and start doing his live shows on Wednesday again. He hadn't fully set up everything yet. He's thinking about it. Anyways, his show was live. It was earlier today. Sounds good to me personally. But if he wants me to be promo for his show, well, looks like I might end up doing 3 or 4 hours a week. Oh yeah. He mentioned he had them, and poof, they were gone. But he's also wanting to do a Halloween show. So Halloween this year is on Saturday. I reminded him that Steph and Skip and Simon already have shows on those days. Oh, goodness. I hope that message didn't just tell me my chat just quit. Somebody type something. Anything. Uh-oh. Hey, there it is. All right, I'm still here. Captain Clinch, welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate the chat helping me out there. I got this weird message down on the bottom of the screen saying something about chat, and then it was gone way too fast for me to read. I did say I read slow, and it was like a paragraph. But I saw some keywords in there that said chat and trying to reconnect. That's all I could get. And I was afraid that Streamlabs, y'all should be able to see it right about here. I was afraid Streamlabs was doing to me what they've done to me and, well, Chad before. No watermark at present? Okay. It'll pop in there sooner or later. I see it. I see it right there. Sometimes it shows up bright and then it kind of fades. I think it's only there for a little bit. Three prunes in a full bottle of rum. Keeps you regular. One prune, 1/3 of a bottle. Sounds like the perfect marriage of prunes to me. Well, what would they do with worms in the tequila? It used to be that way. Actually, that was mezcal. For those of y'all who don't know about where I live in Houston, let's just say that I'm a whole lot closer to the original Gillies than I'd like to admit to. Only about 12 miles. If you're wondering what the original Gillies is, there's a certain movie out there that featured John Travolta. You might have heard of it. It was mostly filmed right down the road in Pasadena, Texas. Note I said Texas, not Pasadena, California, home of the Rose Bowl. When I got to about 16 and could drive legally by myself, we would go past the Gillies. It had become just a little dive bar by then, but they still had a dirt parking lot. Don't know why it went out of business. No, not Greece. So, are any of our big presenters thinking of doing something for Halloween as far as a live show? Please remember, get that information in to Phil as soon as you can. I'm probably not doing anything that day because I refuse to go out where people are wearing masks. Makes this whole COVID thing just horrible, right? But I have found that being in control of one's environment includes being able to see what mostly people look like. Ah, come on, Mike. If you had a face like this, then you'd finally have a face for radio. So anyways, I'm just trying to get it all lined up early enough that hopefully I can do one preview show for Steph and Skip Kane, and we can just run all day. By the way, Steph and Skip, the Canes, are on vacation this weekend, and I have agreed to give their audience a little bit of time. Hour and a half Saturday, right around my noon time. I will be on. I will have pipes to smoke, and we'll talk about whatever y'all feel like. I'm not sure how to be two people at the same time, so I won't have as much byplay on screen as they do, and there's no way I'm as cute as Steph, and Skip's got me beat too, so what am I gonna say? You're stuck with this. I could shave, and then I would just be a young ugly. Anyways, it is what it is. If you feel like doing something for Halloween, please go ahead and do so. I know that the whole community would love for this to just be a nice, big, long festival of live shows. But I'm not going to go live every 20 minutes to kick off somebody else's show. I'm just not quite talented enough to keep hitting the send button as soon as somebody wants to end one. So it's a decent cigar. It's got a few imperfections. It is what I expected out of a grocery store cigar. Don't get me wrong, I've got a very good grocery store right up here. And I know the guy that stocks their cigars for them. But, as you can see right there, the grocery store does not have the greatest of humidors. And when I go for really nice cigars, I go down the road almost exactly 6 miles. Blatant plug. It is the Casa de Monte Cristo in Webster, Texas. Now, should y'all ever be coming into Houston and y'all are looking to hang out with me, because hanging out here at the house is just absolutely zero fun, I'm going to suggest we go there and meet, because it's a nice, comfortable environment. And I know the guy who's the manager. And if you tell me early enough what kind of cigars you like, I'll see about making sure that he's got a box openable so you don't have to buy the whole box. Oh, and for those of us who are severely outside of town, Houston Hobby, they fly Southwest mostly, but recently they went international. I believe you can fly into Hobby from Canada. That makes things a little more interesting. Most people fly in from Canada to the north side of Houston, and I worked at that shop, and I live on the south side of Houston. Now I'm going to say why I worked at that shop. My wife works right across the street. With COVID, she's working from home. Direct flights from Vancouver to Houston, Dallas, and Austin. I know where you'd fly into Austin. There's only one airport there. Dallas, I can't guarantee which airport you would go to. Likely it would be DFW. Houston, if it says IAH, you're flying to the north of Houston. If it says HOU, you're flying into the south of Houston. Now, if you're interested in going to like NASA, because the size and spread outedness of Houston, I would severely suggest flying into the south side and renting a car, because these cabs will rape you. I one time flew to Laredo. Your daughter went to Austin 7 times? Oh, actually, they are almost the exact same distance from downtown. It is easier to get there from... Actually, it's not hard to get there from either one. If you were looking to go downtown, truly downtown, start with telling me where you're trying to get downtown. Jose! Hola, Jose. ¿Cómo estás? Jose is joining us today from Chile. Villarrica, I believe. Oh, the cab rides? Cab rides, they're ridiculous. But if you're trying to go downtown, it's actually cheaper to fly into Hobby and take a cab ride downtown than it will be to go from Intercontinental. Yeah, probably about $40. But if you're trying to park out on the street, you probably won't find any parking. And if you park in the garage, you're going to spend 40 bucks anyways. Now, you could take the bus from Intercontinental all right, I will agree it's lower in some places than it is in others. By way of mentioning they will rape you, I am doing very well. I am doing very well, Jose. I try to remember my audience. If you've been here a few times, I try to learn a few things about you so that I can make you feel as welcome as I can possibly make you feel. So, like if you're going to the George R. Brown, I would definitely suggest going into Hobby, because from where you start and where you end, it's almost a direct shot. Included with the George R. Brown is, of course, the Toyota Center where the Rockets play basketball, and Minute Maid Park. But Minute Maid Park, which is right next to the George R. Brown on one side, is actually easier to get to from Intercontinental. And it seems like, oh, it shouldn't be that difficult. It's really not, but it gets a little tricky. Houston is a very, very spread out city. Cliff Higgins, good to see you. Still got all my teeth but one, including the wisdom teeth. One I had to have replaced. Bit down on something and broke it. Home of Jose Altuve, or at least now home of. Was it a bat tooth? No. Bat tooth. Back tooth? Piper 69. Welcome, welcome. Wow. Somehow we've had 8 people on chat and I've only got 6 people on my screen. It's awesome. As everybody knows, this is really just the opening show, the lounge act before Mike starts. So okay, about 15 minutes. I am opening up the goofy pad so that I can make sure to watch your show for when it starts. Everybody, please just bear with me when I kind of get us all out of here pretty quick once I know that Mike's show has started. You are welcome to go over there and wait if you want to, but nobody's going to say much of anything. We're all just going to hang out here, or at least that's what I do. Hang out here until I can go getting on Mike's live show. And I do the same exact thing tomorrow for Yardism, and normally I would do the same exact thing if I can for Steph and Skip, but as mentioned earlier, I will be actually taking over their show for this Saturday. It will still be the Steph and Skip Kane show. but it will be hosted by me on this channel. Steph and Skip deserve vacation. You can't have them forever. Here I am chatting too much. I forgot to smoke this thing. It is her birthday. So please, at some point, everybody who's on my show needs to come in and wish Steph a happy birthday. It's going to have to be. I'll make it a rule. Oh, it's her birthday tomorrow, and she's traveling on Saturday. Okay. Oh, I picked up my cat, my long-haired cat, earlier, and he twisted around on me, and there's little bits of fur all over me, and every once in a while one tickles my nose. Long-haired Himalayan cat. Cute though. So anybody got plans for this joyous weekend? Ooh, that sounds like fun. As for the pre-shows, I'm happy to do it. I think giving the crowd a place to hang out and congregate for a little while, it's a nice thing. And it's a whole lot better than staring at a screen that right now it says Thursday night with Briar Blues. It is a nice screen. But this gives us the chance that we can talk and let loose and have a drink, smoke a little. And I don't mind if you show up or not. I'm just giving you the place to be if you have nothing else to do. I will never be monetized. I'm not worried about it. Oh, talking with Briar Report lately, he said the name, so that we can try and keep this from being confusing. We're going to start playing with the name in the letter, but using mostly just my name instead of the VOODOO Review or the VOODOO Preview. It's so that people can find it a little easier. No big deal if you're seeing it as Donald Hughes in the next couple of weeks or so. That's just something that Phil and I talked about so that we can try and streamline and make it so that he types a lot less and all the information gets on there a whole lot easier. Woo. Now, I'm almost out of stuff to say for right now. I've been so busy about trying to make sure I got here on time to make sure that everybody had plenty to do, or not. Alright. Mike just said he'd be starting in about 15 minutes on his show. Ah, damn nose. Almost makes me want to shave just so I can get rid of these hairs, which is holding in a cat hair. I'll get back to you on that in about 2 and 2. Yeah, go ahead. Rub it in, Skip. Rub it in. Skip took you to Red Lobster for your pre-birthday dinner. What'd you have? Come on, what'd you have? You had shrimp scampi and you had Cheddar Bay biscuits. What else did you have? By the way, happy birthday, Steph. I would say it, and I will make sure people are saying it on my show that's your show, which is this Saturday. I know they'll be belated, but I'm not going to be having them say belated. In case you want to watch it later to feel the love, as we make sure you should. Oh, you gotta have mashed taters. Come on. Crab legs. Ugh, my favorite for crabs is Joe's Crab Shack. They had a steam pot. Joe's Crab Shack, I guess, is gone now. But they had a steam pot that had all the good stuff. Mike! Or another Mike. Tobacco Pipes International. Howdy. That's right, not Mike, Mark. I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry about that, Mark. I was close. Only off by 2 letters. I'd hate to give coordinates and be off by 2 letters or 2 numbers. Doing great, doing great. Catching some of your shows, but I'm always off by about an hour from when you've started, and then I've got some free time and I look and you've already got a video posted. 12 people have viewed it already. Better than me stuttering, I guess. Hopefully I don't. So my record so far is still 9 people. If Mike is doing a show for Simon this week, which I believe is quite possible, instead of doing the pre-party show for Mike, I'm going to try and do the post-party cool down. So if y'all are still wanting to hang out for a little bit, I'll be on for you. It stretches your weekend out just a little bit longer because, let's be honest, weekends shouldn't be just one day. Oh. Oh, it has been a rainy, wet, moist day here in Houston. And I feel it in every joint. I think it's because I'm getting old. That's what the gray hairs are starting to say. So for anybody who hasn't followed Tobacco Pipes International, you definitely want to do that at some point. He's got a really good show. Also, he's got some really nice sample packs that he throws out there as giveaways every once in a while. GAWs. I received one. It was exceptional. Gotta say, I smoked through all of it. Then I was looking for, did I smoke that one already? And oh my God, did I smoke that one already? Telling you, good stuff there. Plus, some of the pipes that he's working over, definitely something to be checking out. Also, in case you're looking for somewhere new and you're kind of interested in some pipes, might suggest, oops, wait, mic's on. Everybody, we're out. Y'all have a great day. Take care. Adios. As always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon.